Hello, welcome to Maslow Tarot. We're here in my studio doing a collective. Today is November 23rd. Oh man, I'm just realizing how messy my studio is. I just packed up a candle order. But I just wanted to hop on and say hi and see if anybody would like some free questions to be asked. I'm going to start with a collective as well. Try to go on live more often. And yeah, so I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. I know today can be really hard with in the United States for some people. So if you celebrate Thanksgiving, I hope you are having a good day at least, and find peace and gratitude wherever you can. Sorry. That's my Taurus. Anyway, so I wanted to check in with you guys and see how the collective is doing because I know that the transits are pretty rough. If you look into the aspect of what is it? So Venus, so Libra's in Venus, and then it's aspecting in opposition to Chiron. And there's some really interesting readings on that. I could put on the community page if anybody's interested. But yeah. So I did also upload some new candles. Here's one burning right now, just to kind of give you an idea of what it looks like. I hope, oh, that's hot. This is one of the minis. Is the light too bright or is it the flame? Oh, you can't see it, but it is absolutely gorgeous. It burns clear. And there's mica powder inside. So there's a layer of dusting. It looks like a dusting of snow, and it's really pretty. And these are prosperity candles. I have one more set left. If you like purchasing the sets, these are crystals. So when you burn them, the reflections are it makes a really pretty design with the fire. But I have a set of, I believe, 3 of these, and then I have 2 larger ones. Some of them look a little bit more yellow on the top. Because the oil kind of did something funky. So it might have been how it was poured, but it still smells the same. It's like a crispy winter, but with a nice fruit and sweet, like floral base. I've perfected the scent, so it's going to be pretty nice. They're also very beautiful decorations, and everything was incorporated to bring in prosperity and abundance, whatever you want to be abundant in, whether it's connections, love, all those things. Anyway, let's get down to business. So we're going to do the collective reading. Check all the details for all the offerings in the description below. Let's see what we got going on for the collective, and then we'll do some free questions if anybody hops on. If not, then it'll be just everybody seems to be busy, and that's okay. All right, so for the collective, for anybody watching this video, for November 23rd, 2023, let's go until Monday. How's this weekend going to go for the collective? All right, what is the energy of the collective? That came out real fast. We have 2 of coins. I'm feeling like so there's a resistance happening, probably just lightening the load. Feeling like, okay, so a lot of coins going on here. Feel like a game plan, like creating. Hi, Reedy. I'm doing well. How are you? Where are you from? All right. Thank you. You are too. India. I love India. Whoa. All right. So for the collective, I'm doing a collective reading. And if you want to stick around, we're doing free questions. All right. I'm getting that song. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. You just got to get through this, right? There's some disappointment. There's some things that have been building up with the 8 of Cups that make you really want to walk away. There's a codependent feeling here, not necessarily codependent on another person, but codependent on finances. Maybe your mood depends on your finances. Maybe you're resistant to change in your finances, or you can feel change coming. So this will be about stability and security for this weekend. I think you might take some time to kind of just be in the moment as you see all these changes forming before you. So there's a lot of things happening. You might feel a little overwhelmed, a little like you need some support. Um, but I think that there's a certain truth that's going to come out of this, and it's going to help you move forward in a more strategic fashion, away from disappointment. Is this the disappointment card? Like away from feeling like it's your fault, and with turning a new leaf to the future. So kind of figuring out your next step from a higher point of view, a higher self, or a bigger picture. I believe it feels very reflective. So you could be reflecting on how much value you are giving materials at this time with the 8 of coins in reverse. There could be an evaluation of how much effort it's taking to bring in this money, how much effort is going into building stability. Like, am I grasping for something that I don't need? And what sacrifices am I making to put so much time and effort into this? And to the other aspect, there is a group also that potentially could be deciding to work harder on a certain part of their life, maybe harder to be more busy, or to prioritize what actually they want to give their energy to. Hey, Mimi, good morning or afternoon or evening. And yes, happy Thanksgiving to you as well. What are you doing for Thanksgiving, Mimi? Oh, and then we have Queen of Cups coming in sideways, right? Queen of Cups is the therapist in this deck, which I absolutely love. It's kind of funny. Like, I'm Pisces, so I'm Queen of Cups. But I'm also Aries. So it gets pretty interesting. An evaluation of the fulfillment that you're getting from working so hard, or the people that work hard to be in your life. So there's a checks and balances happening around this time where it's like the give and take is kind of like, how am I going to move forward with this new knowledge that I've acquired after, looking my last disappointment in the face? Right? So it's a little intimidating going into this because there's so many feelings. It could feel a little scattered at first, but I think the pieces start to fall into like Tetris or whatever, and you start to realize where the holes are. Ooh, okay. Are you excited about that? It's a lot of peopling. It's a lot of peopling. Let's pull in some Intuit for the collective and just kind of see specifically what might come in this weekend. What's the energy going to be like for whoever's watching this video, whether it be now or later? Be sure to comment, like if you're watching this later. I think if you pick a word more or less, I don't know, like for how you fit into this story, I guess. It'd be interesting to see if you're trying to do more or if you're trying to do less, or if you think others, I guess that could be interpreted as, never mind, don't comment anything. All right, so we're doing Intuit right now for the collective, and then we're going to ask answer some questions for people who come on through. Oh, this one wanted to come out. Falcon. I love falcons, hawks, ravens, birds. It's a very protective animal for me. So maybe you'll see some big, large birds. And if you do, maybe it resonates with you that you're safe. Things will be okay. It's also kind of like your big brother or big sister, watching what you do, slightly judging, but letting you be you and letting you learn your own things. But this card is about focus. So having a focus, whether you're far from the issue or being able to reflect back and actually zone into what the actual issue is rather than reacting. But it feels very targeted. Yeah. Okay. So complicated circumstance, string along, puzzling, unraveled. That's been like the theme for the week for me, the word unraveled. I had someone tell me the other day at lunch or breakfast, and they were like, no one likes somebody who gets unraveled, who unravels before them. Because I was talking about interviewing. We all get along. It's his family. About daughter, her girlfriend, his wife's family, we get together. That's wonderful. I love that. I hope you enjoy that. I want that. It's just me and my partner. It's our first Thanksgiving since we met together. So the last Thanksgiving, my mother had a really bad stroke. So been dealing with that. Yeah, someone's on the sidelines. You could be watching a dynamic unfold in between your eyes. It's weird. Like in front of your own eyes. I think you're seeing someone grow. There's a beauty to the complexity, complicated circumstances. I feel like you're maturing a lot and you're realizing it. You're taking time to reflect on how much how much beauty you can see in the pain as well. Oh my gosh, these keep flipping but not coming out. Home, belonging, you feel like you belong potentially, or you could figure out what the foundation is that you want to belong to. All right. Do you have a question, Mimi, or if Reedy is still here? I love it. Eat till we bust. My grandma says that all the time. Ooh, time frame. Okay, let's see. We are going to do this one. Then I'll pull. All right, we're pulling for Reedy Sharma. When will they sign their LVMH modeling contract and relocate to Paris? That sounds like a dream. I do feel a little bit of nerves. 1144, nice. 2-8. Okay. Time frame, please. All right, so got the number 13 with the sword energy, which is spades. We're going to look with the child with new beginning. It's going to start pouring in potentially in 13 months. Swords are extremely fast. So I would say 13 months maybe, or 13 weeks. In the grand scheme of things, I think you're going to get invited to a party. Ooh, commitment. It will happen though. I feel a heavy commitment to this new beginning. Yeah, and 25. So maybe 13 to 25 weeks or months. Ace of Clubs. That's also very fast energy. That's wands. Yeah, you have 2 new beginning cards coming in. So you might even get another opportunity. I feel like it's going to help you financially get out of a really hard situation. It's the completion of poverty energy. Yeah, so I'm getting, so probably 13 weeks to 25 weeks. Unless it's something you already have in plan or already have taken steps to do, then 13 to 25 days if you're waiting to hear back. I feel like there's a lot of resentment that's going to be let go as well. So, wow, look at that. Sudden wealth. Winning the jackpot. So yeah, just pay attention to how you're feeling about this. Make sure that your abundance, your mind is open to receive, but not cling. Not, I know this has been a dream for a long time, so just be careful with that because it can actually cause some like resentment towards success as well, which is weird, but it happens. All right, so you're waiting to hear back. You got some good cards, lady, or sir, or ma'am, or whoever. Reedy. This is the key that unlocks the doors. You've been feeling trapped in this really small world. I'm also getting like, okay, so you said Paris, but I'm also getting like Singapore. That was coming up earlier in a conversation I was having too. Be careful who you tell your success to. There potentially could be somebody who is a little, sour. I'm getting the word sour about it. Oh, okay. Okay. So maybe you're going to have some time before this really kicks off to. Okay. They're separated right now. I really want to meet them. I'm getting like you'll have the ability to. I don't know if you'll want to, but I think it's King of Cups, the Lovers in reverse, Judgment. Holy for holies. Look at these cards. King of Cups, Lovers in reverse, Judgment. This is big. So while this might not be long-term soulmate energy, this is somebody who's very impactful. And I think I'm getting like can be like a rock in uncertainty. Hey, hello. It's Ozzy. It's one of my besties. All right. So King of Cups, I'm getting that there's a really emotional like balance to the situation. During this separation, there's a lot of decisions being made. I feel like the separation is so that you can go do what you need to do. Thank you, Oz. There's a decision of if this is something that's sustainable through all those big goals. I'm getting they might have their goals as well. They don't want to travel. They don't like change. They could be a really big homebody, and I think they like to be the stronger partner monetarily. So I think if you skyrocket, like there could be a little bit of, I'm not sure if I'm comfortable with that, So conversation could be coming in. We got strength. I think it's really hard though. 10 of Wands. It's really hard because they see you and I feel like they're into you. You provide them emotional solace. But with that, there's a lot, and they appreciate you from afar. They appreciate your strength. So, and he will feel proud of you. He's extremely proud of you already. The thing is, it's just really hard because they might not feel good enough, or they might feel like that's just not the lifestyle that they want. But have the conversation. Maybe that's just something that they're thinking about. And maybe there's a way to pinpoint it instead of thinking that it's all one person's fault. Sometimes it's just the way the cards fall, All right, so now we're going to do me. Will I meet someone new soon or expect someone from the past, like long past? Okay, let's take a look. Feeling Leonard. Yeah, that's hard. That twin energy is hard. I don't even know if I would I've had that for a very long time. And I just, honestly, I welcome it with open arms, and I try not to think too much on it. But there's definitely something dimensional happening there. Like time and place is important. Time and place. Your higher being, your higher energy could actually be very attracted to their higher energy. All right, for Mimi. Whoa, all right. There's the man. All right, let's see. What is Mimi to expect? Will she meet someone new soon? I'm getting you got to get out of the house more. Or you might be invited to someone's house, or they have a big house. Oh, wealthy man. So, I'm getting online dating. almost like a sugar baby situation. Let's see. You're welcome, Rudy, anytime. Please like and subscribe. If we hit 500 subscribers, we're going to be doing a drawing, or when I should say, because, I mean, come on. There's got to be some people out there that want to hang out with me. Yeah. Whoa. Maybe, have you ever been married before? Or it's somebody who is recently out of a relationship. Can we get a timeline too? Got cups, so that's kind of slow, but it's not the slowest. So I would say, and it says 28, so 28 months. Courthouse. Yeah, someone, you might meet somebody who's going through a hard time. Getting there. So we have marriage, courthouse, and the obstacle card, which is the mountain. So just be wary of somebody that you meet that could be testing the waters and not fully ready to commit. So be careful of emotionally unavailable people. So when we're ready, sometimes it's so hard to like, but I'm getting money. Like money's a problem. This could be one of those things where like you don't really know that they have money, but they have money. But it's up in the air because of this commitment that they have to take care of and close the door on. Let me see. Yeah, but it's coming in. You might need to travel. You need to get out there. Maybe take a trip for yourself or with a girlfriend or friend. Yeah, but it seems like value, energy. I'm getting it's also an energy thing. Like they could be really busy. And it's like before they know it, their relationship probably didn't work out because maybe he wasn't able to commit enough time to it. And by that time it was already out. So it might be somebody, because he's looking directly at the house. So it could be somebody who's waiting for you to come out. Ooh, Vegas, Vegas, Vegas. Okay. So the ship, the compass, and the message of concern might come through. You might have some travel delays. You might have some travel delays, but it also could be the reason why you bump into this person. Let me intuit a little bit really quick. It's so weird. So I'm looking at this compass, and to me, I saw it moving like a clock. And it looked like clocks were like layered onto each other and moving at the same time until they get to the right, like, until they get in sync. So I'm getting this. So if you feel like this extreme itch to go out, whether it be to take yourself out to dinner, and except sitting at a booth, you sit at the bar, to talk to people, because that's why people sit at the bar, either to have the best view of the TVs or to talk to people. But whether they seem standoffish or not, you just say hello. You never know. And then with that, you get this extreme itch to go out. Go out. Do your makeup or just whatever, just go out. But sit at the place where people go to converse. Okay? And then if you do that, make sure you lift and you don't drive. If you can. Otherwise, just be very careful with your transportation. I don't know what that is, but I think it's just a delay within 5 months. Hopefully that helped. Blanche, another best day. All right, so who's next? Anybody? Is there anybody that, well, we're doing 3 questions. So this is not for money. This is just to get to know me, hang out, and all that. Otherwise, you can just put a zodiac sign in there, and I'll just read for the zodiac sign if you don't have any questions. Sandy, do I see any new love? Again, I'm getting online dating. All right, so we'll do Libra and Taurus after that. For Sandy Teal. I'm getting some cycles here. Dreams. Courtship. I'm getting pretty old-fashioned. 554, regression energy. Absolutely. I'm seeing something coming in here. I think you're still working on visualizing what you want. We have the moon, the courtship card. So you might be opening yourself up to some dates.
Okay, I found this on the web, and you might be opening yourself up to some dates. Check it out.
Okay, Siri just started talking, and I'm going to read it because it's interesting. It says, here's why you should start taking yourself out on dates. Take yourself out for dates every so often, and how to date yourself. So I'm getting that you're going to kind of play with the ideas of dating, and it's going to illuminate some things. You're going to see more of what you want, and something inside you needs to be turned on. I don't know if that's dirty or not, but something, there's like a little block. It's not like a big block, but it's like there's a need to kind of get excited about it again. I hope that resonates. I don't know. And then we've got this. So you might get over your fears, change it up a bit. If you're really deep into a routine, just change it up a little bit. Whether it be even how you do your routine, like looking around at who's here with you. Have you seen that person before? Say hi. Change it up a little bit. Mess with the algorithm of life. And I think there's going to be an offer here. Courtship. Whether it just be out for coffee, I feel like it's very traditional. I feel like it's very hesitant. But it's going to illuminate the dream. It's going to illuminate the life of a solid foundation for a relationship. Because each step you take out there to date takes you further to how you commit and how you want to be committed to. Interesting. If they say, where are we at? Remember to like, share, and subscribe, y'all. Tell your friends. Thank you. Interesting if they're really who they say they are. You might find out they're married to somebody who's had some health problems. Or they had some health problems. Let's pull tarot on this. Because I'm getting bad health, but with the clover. It's like they're still married, but not for the reasons you think. They could literally have gotten through a really rough time. Let's look into the past with the after tarot. Yeah, so there's you're paying attention. You're in observation mode. It's under a microscope. You're noticing the patterns. Courtship, so it's still in the early stages, or it could be in the early stages. Or in the early stages, you're gonna see things as far as, I think it's important to ask questions about marriage, about long-term commitments. When was the last one? Get an idea of what they see as an ideal Like, I mean, maybe not like your first date or anything, but all right, Sandy. Getting 1 month. Not somebody from the past or somebody that potentially had a bad past, or you look at them completely different now than the past. We got the 6 of Cups and the 9 of Cups here. We got the Fool, new beginning. Taking the leap is what I'm getting. Taking the leap and smelling the flowers along the way, like taking a risk. So this might require a risk here. It looks like this person could have been a Pisces that they were dealing with, or a water sign. It could also have been a Sagittarius. Empress could have kids. So they could still be very connected to that person because of children. And it's gotten to the point where there's no energy anymore. So they're just kind of trying to resolve and make things cordial. Or maybe they couldn't have kids. They're over it though. So it might seem like they're still into their past, but they're not. They're over it. They're trying to seek out new things. And I think they're ready to get vulnerable. Yeah. They might have. So the person that they're with probably had some codependency issues, or they felt like they had to lose everything in order to break this off, or they kind of left with more than they started with. I hope that makes sense. It's kind of complex, it feels like. But I do see courtship on the table. I'm getting a month. I'm getting a cycle, but also observation. So the observation of the cycle could be your own cycles and your own routines. And if you're still trying to meet somebody, if not, and you're trying to figure them out still, and you're going to be illuminated to a past relationship that was pretty in depth for this person. And it kind of changed their mindset, I think, on life and dating. All right, so then we got next specific question would be who love with the energy update on work for me. Let's do. I'm going to do this again. Okay, fine. Good, tarot. Ooh. And thank you so much for stopping by and for hitting the like button. At 500 subscribers, we're doing a drawing. Let's see. We're doing free questions right now. No pregnancy, no medical. All right, for Ozzy. Hello. Energy on work situation. I mean, it feels really good, but it definitely, I'm feeling a tightness in my body. Yeah, it could be really lonely. Feeling a little lonely in love or relationships. You're probably still building relationships with the people you work with. This might be weird, but I feel like you might feel trapped with someone that you don't particularly like, or trapped because you do like someone, but there's nothing you can do about it. I'm sorry, but romance is coming in there. So we have the 2 of Cups, 10 of Wands. You can feel like you're going to get in trouble for something, but you're not. I feel really lonely. I feel like you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself. Ace of Wands in reverse. Ow. Yeah, he probably isn't happy that he can be seen. 8 of Cups. Might be getting a little bored. Getting a little bored. Thinking about the bigger picture, thinking about how can I make this long term and growth. Feeling like you are ready for the next step and that I think you should be going for growth. You should be going for promotion based on these cards. Figuring out who your allies are, figuring out who makes your life easier, who makes your job easier. But I'm definitely getting a little bit of loneliness, a little bit of isolation, or feeling singled out. Yeah. They could be trying to single you out, but really I think I think it's because they like you, but not like in a romantic way. You guys are the same. Or you guys have like the same triggers or something. But there's going to be a point where it's like you connect. Like it might be a really busy day or things might be getting really hard and you guys kind of like say the same thing at the same time, or yeah, the clouds clear and things get easier. It becomes more fun. Yeah. So it's kind of like at the end we have the five of swords here. And to me it's like a stalemate energy when it's in reverse. It's kind of like, okay, we're both right, but we're being wrong about it. So how can we be right and be right about it? What is the right way to do this? And I think you guys will get on the same page. See eye to eye. Because as much as we can get annoyed by other people can get annoyed by us as well. And if we put ourselves on the same level, if we want to, we don't have to, then we can see things a little bit differently and figure out a way to move forward so that everybody's happy. But now I can read for Libra. Good luck. You need like a theme song. I keep getting like something, something, and something will follow. I don't know. I don't know what song that is. I have no idea. No idea. All right. You're welcome. I am doing free questions if anybody wants to pop one in. In the meantime, I will be reading for Libra. If someone could note this timestamp, that would be awesome for Libra. Libra. Pepto is what I heard. I heard Pepto. Watch Pepto. I don't know. 2 of Coins, Strength and Reverse. Might be time to take a break. Getting drained. It's you're handling everything appropriately, but make sure that you're taking care of your body and taking care of yourself, and also keeping in mind that while you're multitasking, you could have like resting bitch face, or could be not really acting with intention because you're going with the flow. You know, so somebody could be misinterpreting you at this time. Magician, you're making things happen though. So Libra, you can do this. You are doing it right now. You're wise. You know the I cannot say that word. I cannot say that word right now. Intricacies. The intricate nature of things. How's that? There's a framework that you're fitting into within your own idea of your future. It's like, I feel like you have a lot going on, but you're also able to see things in slow motion. Hangman in reverse. That Libra nature, man. Make sure you're not people pleasing, okay? That could be something that happens when you're really overwhelmed, that you overcompensate for how you're feeling inside. It builds resentment. It builds resentment and passive aggressive natures. We have the 10 of Swords in reverse. So avoiding any type of major betrayals, I feel like something's on the table and then it's figured out. So this could be like, oh, Me too. Seriously, I lost 45 pounds in 4 months, and I didn't even have the energy to fake a smile. Like, I was just, yeah, yeah, it's great. like, like just that's how it looks. You absolutely can. There's a couple people in front of you, but you absolutely can, Manor, and Yusura. Yeah. So again, there's an ending on the table, but you might people please your way through it to avoid the ending. I feel like it's going to come back around because it's not being handled, or you could be manifesting this ending based on your overwhelm and your busy lifestyle, or the things you got going on. You kind of drop the ball on something because the magician's here. And then we have the 9 of coins. But you're doing what you got to do for you. And in the end, you are taken care of. Nice, Libra. Things happen in the way that it should. Okay. Now we're going to do Blanche. How's the beginning of the year going to work out for me? Oh, we're all the way in 2024. Oh, boy. 2024 is your year. Have no fear. You're welcome, Mimi. All right, Blanche, how's the beginning of the year going to work out for me? So we'll talk about January. Courage. I don't know what's wrong with my words today. We have courage and transformation. Again, you might be changing. You might be making a big change come January, transforming into this new you. And I feel like it's a lot lighter. It's a lot lighter. You might dive into something knowing full on well you're taking a risk. But I think it feels like you're refilled. You're fulfilled, like you're full again. And so you're ready to take on another risk. Maybe this is love. I don't know. Getting like brain mapping, whatever that is. Like you recalibrated. You had a DNA, like, I don't know, like a stuff. A DNA upgrade or something. Yeah. So we got Ace of Wands on the table. I already pulled that out, but it's kind of comedic, but I'm seeing like Karate Kid with the blindfold on, except it's like they master having the blindfold on. So like being able to see things and not having to look at it to know that it's like you feel it. All right, King of Pentacles. Taurus. That's you. I think you're going to make an investment. You might make a financial investment or a large purchase or a large job or commitment, something that's pretty sturdy. 8 of Cups, walking away from something as well. So leaving something behind to go into the brighter unknown, right? So we've discovered everything we can in this place. We're moving on. And the landscape is clear. It's like a blank slate for you to build on, to be your own architect, if you will. And it's like, it doesn't really matter. I'm not trying to get anything. I'm not trying to find something. I'm just trying to be something. Be myself. Emperor. You could do really well in the next Aries phase of the moon, or when the sun is in Aries. That's when I feel like you'll make a move. But you're thinking about it in January. Okay, this kind of just puked all over the table, but we have the High Priestess, Magician in reverse, 4 of Cups, the Lovers in reverse, 2 of Wands in reverse, Page of Wands in reverse. So I feel like this is in regards to love. There's going to be a separation between maybe a friend or something, somebody that you feel close with that just kind of you don't align with anymore. You kind of saw this coming though with the High Priestess and the Magician in reverse. I think you're seeing somebody for their manipulative ways, the transactional benefits of the give and take. And I think that it's not really a huge dramatic thing. It's just you're saying no more. You're saying no more. No more. No more. I don't know. Say that a couple times. See what it feels like. All right. Who's next? All right. All right. All right, so we have, may I ask, do you see a love relationship working for me with S or I? I'm going to put S on the left side, I on the right side. This is for Yusra or Yusra. Talking to us. Whoa, that came out right away. Right, Spirit. All right, so you might be talking to Yusra, or not Yusra, the S person. All right, so we've got for S, it looks like you're going to do the right thing in regards to yourself. I think they ask you to challenge your ideals and challenge your boundaries a little bit too much, to where they kind of they try to disturb your inner peace. I don't think you feel peaceful with this person after a while. You pull out the Justice sword and you cut it off. And then what? I. No more, no more, no more, no more. All right, I. Underdog. I might be the underdog in this situation. I don't think they see you. I don't think they know. Let's see. Maybe by the end of December. You're welcome. I feel like, so I feels a little bit out of your league or out of touch, or just not on the same level. Okay. He's going to teach you a lesson is what it feels like. The S person. I feel like I really likes being emotionally and independent. I think they know their value and they've been hurt before really bad. Someone's been hurt before in that dynamic. I think that you guys are going to have a lot in common and have really, really good conversations once you actually get them to open up. So the first three cards for I are Six of Wands in reverse, Page of Cups, and the Nine of Cups. You might have to really be like, if you are interested in this I person, you might have to be more verbal about it, more vocal and less independent about it. And I think, honestly, they might think you're still stuck on somebody. Or you could think that they're still stuck on somebody from the past. But I think you guys are going to have some really good conversations about it to understand more about where it's going. I think it might turn you off, though. You might see them as a little lazy or quick to run away from situations. And it makes you a little bit like sketched out. You know what I mean? Like uncertain about their intentions. But the S person feels like somebody from the past, somebody that you hold close and that you kind of don't let anybody talk about, so we have Four of Pentacles. Safe. Keeping it safe. I don't know. They're protective of you. But with the Justice and the Ten of Swords, they might have helped you get out of a bad situation or flip it around. You're protected by this person. I feel like he's protective energy. And I think he allows you to be you. But there's something about it. What is this 10 of Swords? This for you, Sura. Oh. Okay, you might have money, or they might have money. And there might be some concern about stability, or how you value yourself, or how I see a lot of value here. There's a money factor. There's a material factor. It might involve moving. It might involve not like regaining stability while in uncertain times. But you're extremely protected with this person. Bye, Mimi. I hope that helps. Sorry, I kind of went on and on about that one. I think what's his name, or what's their name? Mahnur. Riaz Qadar. What are Habib's true current thoughts, feelings towards me? Now, so with these types of readings, just remember, like, energy is fluid. So I could be pulling on you, wanting them to feel a certain way. So I generally like to only focus on how we're feeling and what we want and how we're doing and how we're affecting our environment, rather than trying to understand how the environment is, because it's constantly changing. I can give you an in the moment snapshot and the bigger picture behind it, but just know that free will does take part, and other people get in the way. So it's not something that's like in stone. So just take what you will. Take what you will. Habib's true thoughts about Mahnur. I feel really sad. Like heartbroken. Like my heart hurts. I think that they feel like it's a good match, but we don't get along. It's like despite our similarities, I feel like we don't fight the same way. So like we don't see eye to eye, or we're acting as if we're going in different directions. With the world in reverse, there's unfinished business that potentially could be getting in the way. Old things could be drudged up from the past to keep you guys from actually seeing from eye to eye. Okay. Sorry, Mahnur. It doesn't really matter anyway. So 9 of Cups in reverse. I feel like they might feel like they need you, but it might have been to get over an old pain, and you trigger them to see the error in their ways, or just to help to see what holds them back, right? They could feel like a free spirit, and they could just not want to hear it at this time. They don't want advice. They just want it to be reciprocated. They want respect to go both ways. There's a pain here, though. I don't know what this pain is. The 3 of Swords came out in reverse. It's still on the table, but they're getting over it. But it made a deep impression. It made a deep mark on how they deal with things, how they make decisions. I think they're afraid to be dependent on somebody else. They're afraid to be codependent. They're afraid to give emotionally. So whenever that time comes, they would rather do anything else. And so the dark thoughts start to get louder. So the nagging thoughts of this person could be more tall, or, like how some people, like when you're growing up and you're kind of finding out what you're attracted to, you could see somebody with like a big birthmark on their face, but it's not really that big of a deal. It doesn't really, they're still a wonderful person. You're still attracted to them. But it's like the more that you are uncertain about the relationship, the more you focus on that mark. So I feel like this person could be doing that. Should you message them? Let's see. Since your energy is already in here. Whoa, that came out really fast. No. So the Hermit's in reverse and the Ace of Wands is in reverse. So this to me is a no. I think they need time to think a little bit longer. Will they message Manor? Yes. But they're going to have a plan. Yeah, I think they're going to message you. It might take a while. It might be very slow moving. We have the Knight of Pentacles and the 10 of Wands in reverse. Walking away would be way more difficult than figuring out the long-term plan, the long-term view of if you guys would work. So I think that's what's being thought about right now. Am I doing this because I'm lonely? Am I doing this because I'm in pain? Or am I doing this because I see a future? So the the Knight of Pentacles is on a long-term journey and it's very slow, but there's leaving breadcrumbs here, right? So be careful of being breadcrumbed. And they want it to be easier. So I think that's kind of on the table. Is this too difficult? Is this too strenuous? Is this going to be too hard? But this is almost wanting to give up. But I think there's going to be communication coming in. All right, so that's enough questions for now for you. I'm going to see if there's any more, and then I'm going to head out because my partner probably doesn't want to be on camera, and I need to start cooking. But I appreciate you for asking your questions and sharing some things with me. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Who's next? Is that everybody? I feel like we've talked about Alex before. Is Alex new? Pause. Happy Thanksgiving if you celebrate, and happy Indigenous Peoples Day tomorrow. I found out I'm Aztec, 23%. Kind of interesting, huh? I think we're good. I don't see any other questions. Oz, I will pull for you in the chat. All right. Thank you so much for hanging out. Please like and subscribe. Check out the channel and also the Etsy to see the candles. You can't see them here, but they look like this. These are prosperity candles, handmade with love, with mica powder, paraffin wax, and they have this beautiful little glitter on the bottom. They're available on Etsy now. If you want to just try out a small candle, they're like $7. That pays for shipping, essentially. I'm just trying to get people to try them out and give me feedback. But yes, thank you so much for everything. I hope you have a wonderful day, wonderful weekend, and I will see you soon.